Hello everyone, my name is Robbie Knecht. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Whoop strap. I'm going to begin by talking about the hardware pieces itself, and then we'll go into the actual app and the software side of the Whoop strap 3.0. There's 4 components when it comes to the Whoop strap. There's the strap itself, there's the hardware piece that actually picks up all the data, and then you have this little connector piece right here that connects the strap and the hardware piece. The strap on Whoop.com or Whoop, the Whoop website, they have a variety of different colors and things that can go with different outfits that you have. This is not the default one. There is a black one, but I wanted to buy the red one to make it pop a little bit on my wrist. So I got the red one, but you could get a bunch of different colors. Then you have the hardware piece. This is just a basic thing. This doesn't change any colors. And that's pretty much what that does. Picks up the data and sits on my wrist. Lastly, you have the connector part, which connects the strap and the hardware piece. The connector, you can get different colors as well, so you can mix and match. If I want a red strap with a white connector, make it a little bit more customizable, you can do that. And the fourth and final piece of the hardware part, of the hardware size of the Whoop strap, is the actual charger. So with charging the Whoop strap, I don't need to take it off of my wrist. I can just charge this via USB into the wall or wherever you could plug a USB in. And then when this is getting low, which it tells me in my app what percent I'm at with the Whoop strap, I can just go bada bing, bada boom, and now it's charging. So sometimes I forget to charge it and I'm wearing this. Usually I'm not wearing this out in public, the charger part, but when I am, it kind of looks like the Apple Watch. So people are like, oh, do you have the Apple Watch? I'm like, no, I have the Whoop strap. Pew! Enough of that. That's basically the hardware components of the Whoop strap. Pricing is on a monthly basis. You don't actually buy the app. You don't buy the Whoop strap itself. You pay on a monthly membership type of thing. They do it month by month, year by year, or per 18 months. So I was just like, hey, why not? I'll try this for 18 months, see what I like about it, see what I don't, and then make the decision when the 18 months have passed. And the thing is with the Whoop strap, think of it like your iPhone or any phone. You have the hardware part and then you have the software part. So the software is actually, even though it's the same strap, they're updating the software via the cloud and just making it that much better. So it's actually kind of cool. It's learning about your body and stuff like that, and then it's also updating via iOS 12 to iOS 13 in iPhone speak, in Apple speak. So enough about the hardware part. Let me take you into the software side and the actual app itself. Boom, here we have it. This is the app. This is the main dashboard of the app. Sometimes what I just go on a quick glance to see, I like to see the calories there in the upper right, and I like to see the recovery. I like to see that green. Then if I know that I'm recovered. I don't rely completely on this app for like a go or a no, because I like to try to be more aware of my body and how it's feeling right now, and can I do this, or should I wait a little longer to squat again, stuff like that. So it's nice to just see a brief glance of where you are at with statistics, but don't rely on it completely. Get better at being aware of your body, and then probably maybe purchase this for just cooler metrics to keep track of. You could go down, you can go right, you could go down again. So I'll just start by doing the top row. So you got overview, which is the main dashboard. You log in. You have your daily strain. To be honest, I don't care about the daily strain. I don't know what it means. And I haven't looked much into it. I just know that I'm going to be doing things throughout the day and that number is going to go up. Next, you have the recovery dashboard. This one, I'm probably in the most. So recovery, right up front, I'm 81% recovered. This is going to update every time I wake up in the morning. It'll go shoop and then show you how much you have recovered over the nighttime. And then lastly, you have the sleep tab. This one's pretty interesting. I don't check it that often, but I like to check it on occasion. So you have the sleep tab, and now let's start back at the beginning and I'll show you the second tab, second layer, which gets into a little more detail. Below the dashboard, the main dashboard, I don't look into this. I don't really care much about this. And to me, it doesn't really mean anything. So maybe they'll do something different with this, but maybe other people also use it, so I don't know. Next, we'll go over to more of the detail of the strain. So I like this one. I like to see my average heart rate, which is, so first, if you can see, it has the past 7 days of the data of the past 7 days. And then at the bottom there where it says average HR, it shows you of those 7 days what your average heart rate was and is. So as you can see, 81 is my average heart rate of the week. Next, we have calories. I'm probably in this one up there as the most tab. And I like to just see the average amount of calories I burn in a week is about 4,800, which is pretty gnarly. And that's not even finishing today. I've only burned about 1,600, and we're at about 11 a.m. So that'll probably get up to around like 5K just because I work today, and at work I'm constantly walking, constantly moving. So that's most of the time. Like if you see those 5 and 6s, those are days where I worked and did a lot of walking. Like yesterday, 6,200. It was pretty dope. Before I had the Whoop strap, I'd have I didn't really know a rough estimate of how many calories I was burning in a day. After getting the Whoop strap, I got a rough estimate of how many calories I'm burning in a day. So that's kind of cool to see and to know. Next, we'll go to the recovery tab. This tab is probably the tab that I'm in the most. So here's just the 7 days of how I've been in recovery. The recovery mostly has to do with sleep. And as you'll see in the next one, you'll see how well I sleep. Okay, so in the recovery tab, we have our heart rate variability. Ever since getting the Whoop strap, I became more aware of what heart rate variability is and resting heart rate. Apparently, you want a high heart rate variability and you want a low resting heart rate. So this morning I woke up and it was at a 109. I was like, woo! As you can see, my average heart rate variability for the past 7 days is a 94, which is pretty good. And next we have our resting heart rate. Resting heart rate on average for the past 7 days is 46, which is bueno for me, I think. One of the things that you can do is just go to Google and type in what is an optimal range resting heart rate for a 25-year-old male who's this amount of active. And then it'll be like, oh, am I in the range? Am I out of the range? How can I get better? And all of that. Lastly, we have the respiratory rate in the recovery tab. This one I'm pretty sure they added at the beginning of 2020. I didn't have the Whoop strap at that time. I got the Whoop strap about October of 2020. And I think they said they added this because of COVID. And the reasoning behind it is you have that typical range, which is that light gray. And if your number is high or low outside of that range, you're most likely going to be sick. So for example, there was one day I woke up kind of just all groggy, sniffly, and just felt fatigued. And then I go into my app and I look and I have a 9 point something respiratory rate. And I'm just like, whoa, that's kind of cool. It just validated it in a way. So that's pretty gnarly. Lastly, we'll get over to the sleep tab. This one shows your sleep performance. As you can tell, my performance is not really the best in the sleep department. I'm trying to figure out different ways on how to get better quality of sleep. Right now, I think I have something wrong, like a knot or something, and it's just obstructing my neck and just making it a little uncomfortable throughout the night. So I need to figure that out. Maybe it's my pillow or something, or there's probably a whole bunch of different factors that come into play with that. The middle tab, you have your hours of sleep versus hours needed. As you can tell, I average about 6 hours and 15 minutes a night, which makes sense. I get to sleep around 10, usually no later than 11, but 10 is usually my set point of this is the ceiling on when I want to fall asleep. And then I set my alarm for 4:44 a.m., so that's about a 6-hour spread there. And it's telling me I need to sleep 10 hours, and I'm not listening to the Whoop app I probably should be listening, because sleep is it's up there. It is the most important thing, at least from the research I've done in the health and fitness world. Lastly, you have your time in bed. It tracks your time in bed. There is no button that you press, boom, I'm going to sleep, and boom, I woke up. It kind of just tries to track it via your heart rate, I would think, and movement and probably stuff like that. So as you can see, on average, I'm getting to bed around like 10, and then I'm waking up around 4. Monday, I just wanted to sleep in a little bit more, and my body just naturally wakes up around 6:30 to 7:30, so it's pretty cool. I like to wake up early and get a lot of like thought type stuff done in the mornings, and then leave my afternoons as like a veg, getting better at vegging. So yeah, that's basically it. You could go, so in the sleep dashboard, you can go into more detail and click on hours of sleep, and it'll show you like exactly different things: awake state, light, REM, deep state. Shows you like what parts of the night, just more details, disturbance. It shows you like what all these mean. Boo. Sleep need shows you what all of these mean, so on and so forth. Anyways, that is the Whoop Strap 3.0. I've had it since October, like I said. I'll probably wear it until the 18 months are over, and then reevaluate if I want to continue using this thing. But so for now, it's a nice accessory piece, and it tracks data, and I like to see some of the data that I am tracking. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Love you. Bye.